Tales from the Terran Republic, the Luau and History Lesson Conclusion. The twin suns of Oahu Prime dipped toward the horizon, bathing the golden sands in hues of crimson and violet. A warm breeze carried the scent of salt and roasting meats as the beach came alive with the crackling of flames and the rhythmic pounding of drums. Tonight's luau was no ordinary celebration. It marked the first official meeting between the united clans of the Terran and the diplomatic delegation of the Terran Republic. #, the gathering of two peoples. At the center of the gathering, beneath the massive torches that lined the ceremonial circle, stood Ambassador Liana Silva, dressed in a flowing tunic interwoven with nanofiber threads that shimmered under the firelight. She raised a carved wooden goblet in a silent toast to the towering, feline-like being before her, High Chieftain Ralmek of the Terran. His golden fur rippled in the breeze. The intricate patterns of his clan markings darkened with ceremonial oils. "The Republic welcomes the Terran as brothers and sisters in prosperity," Liana declared, her voice firm yet warm. "We are honored by your hospitality and eager to forge bonds of friendship and trust." A collective rumble of approval echoed from the assembled Terran warriors and elders, their feline eyes gleaming in the torchlight. "Humans," Ralmek spoke, his voice a deep, resonant growl. "You are unlike the other races that have reached for the stars. You do not come in conquest, nor in arrogance, and yet we remain cautious. Our history teaches us much. Shall we speak of it?" Liana inclined her head. "We would be honored to learn from you, just as we hope to share our own history. #, the Fireside Tales." A circle formed around the central fire as the elders of both species settled in. The younger warriors and diplomats took their places along the periphery, the scent of spiced meats and sweet fruits mingling with the salty air. A hush fell as Ralmek began. "Long ago, before we knew of the stars, the Terran lived in endless conflict. We were divided into hundreds of clans, each vying for dominance. Blood was our currency, and battle was our birthright. Yet in our darkest age, when war consumed even the youngest cubs, there arose a leader who sought another path." He gestured toward an ornate carving etched into a slab of obsidian beside the fire. It depicted a regal Terran warrior, one paw extended in peace, the other gripping a broken sword. "Sarmek the Peacemaker," he intoned. "He saw that our future would be nothing but ruin unless we changed. He gathered the clans, not with the blade, but with words. He forged the great accord that bound our people together. From that moment, we no longer sought war amongst ourselves, but turned our eyes to the stars." The gathered Terran murmured in solemn respect. Liana took a sip of her drink, then set it down. "Your history resonates deeply with ours, Chieftain. Humanity, too, has been shaped by war. We once fought among ourselves over land, resources, and ideals. We believed we were alone in the cosmos, that our struggles were all that mattered. But then, we reached beyond our world." She gestured toward the sky, where the Republic's diplomatic vessel gleamed in orbit. "When we first met others among the stars, we did not come as conquerors. We came as seekers. And through those first encounters, we learned something vital. That survival does not come from dominance, but from unity." Ralmek studied her, his feline eyes unreadable. "And yet, your Republic has fought wars. You have known battle among the stars." Liana nodded solemnly. "Yes, there were those who saw our outstretched hand and sought to sever it. There were those who believed strength could only be measured in destruction. We fought not for conquest, but for survival, for the right to choose our own path." A long silence stretched between them, filled only by the rhythmic crackling of the fire. Ralmek let out a low, rumbling sigh. Perhaps we are not so different after all." A ripple of approval passed through the gathered Terran, their tails flicking in agreement. Liana smiled. "Then let us begin the future not with war stories, but with a feast. #, the Feast of Unity." The drums surged to life once more, and the festivities resumed in earnest. Plates piled high with exotic meats and fruits made their way through the crowd, and laughter, once hesitant, soon flowed freely between human and Terran alike. Later that night, as the stars of Oahu Prime shimmered over the ocean's surface, Liana found herself deep in discussion with Ralmec and several other chieftains. They spoke not only of past conflicts, but of the potential for trade, cultural exchange, and military cooperation. The Terran revealed their knowledge of unique metallurgical techniques, superior in strength and resilience to anything the Republic had encountered before. In turn, Liana explained humanity's advancements in medical sciences, which had the potential to extend the lives of Terran warriors and heal their wounded far faster than traditional methods. "Your people are strong," one elder, a grizzled warrior named Vecron, observed. "But what is strength if not tempered with wisdom? We have learned this the hard way. If the Republic stands by its words, then together we may create something far greater than either of us alone." Liana nodded. "That is our goal. Our greatest victories have not been won with weapons, but with understanding." Ralmec regarded her thoughtfully before turning to his people. "Then let it be known," he declared, "that on this night, under these stars, the Terran and the Terran Republic take the first step towards a future of unity." A cheer erupted from the assembled crowd, and the night stretched on with stories, laughter, and the shared promise of an alliance built not on conquest, but on trust. Hashtag, hashtag, hashtag a new dawn. As the twin suns fully dipped below the horizon, the first bond of a new alliance was forged, not in blood nor in battle, but in the simple act of breaking bread beneath an alien sky. And with that, a new chapter in the history of both peoples began, one that would shape the future of the galaxy for generations to come.